Hello and welcome to Hank's Place. I've been sharing the gospel with you. You know, that good news. Just how good? Let me give you a little scenario. Suppose you had a huge mortgage and you've not been able to make the last number of payments. Suppose also you've had a couple of car loans and you've been missing payments there too. The college loans, they're stacked up. Medical bills, very large from some past serious issues. Your credit cards, they're maxed out. On top of that, you've been laid off work. I think you'd agree it's a pretty serious financial situation and you're in bad shape. So you go down to the bank in hopes of gaining a little bit of time on some of those payments. The bank manager comes out and wants to deal with you personally. As you sit down, this doesn't look good. And then the bank manager says the most amazing thing happens. A stranger came in just a little bit ago, and he paid off your mortgage in full and those penalties. He also paid off your car loans and your medical bills and your college loans. He topped off, he paid off your credit cards. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. If you weren't sitting down, you would have fallen on the ground and maybe hurt yourself. And then the bank manager says, and that's not all. He deposited $100 million into your bank account, and he said he'd be back from time to make sure it doesn't run low. Run low on $100 million? I think you'd agree that that is a great financial salvation, huh? Well, listen, in the spiritual realm, our situation was much worse than that. We had a sin debt, and we couldn't begin to pay it. It was killing us. And then Jesus came along, gave his life to pay it off in full. And get this, according to Romans 8:32, it says, he who didn't spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, will he not now also, along with him, graciously give us all things? Well, what could be better than 100 million spiritual dollars? How about God's promise to give us all things, starting with himself? That's right, you heard me. First, he had to change us into new creations, the old passing away, old things like sin and failure and defeat. And then he made us into these new creations that could relate with him, okay? Now remember, as Colossians 1:28 says, Jesus Christ has come to live in us, in each of us. You see, he gave us himself to live in us, to walk through life, to enjoy life with us eternally. My dear friend, that's a great salvation. I think you would agree. And it's ours. Isn't it time to believe it, to receive it, and to come alive?